Hi Aries, and welcome to your daily tarot advice. This is going to be for the week of December 10th through December 16th, 2018. I'm going to start the reading off by pulling a card for your overall energy for the week, and then I will pull a card for each day. So let's see what's up, Aries. Alright, so new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. What this means is, even though this says bring love to a situation, it's more about taking a detached perspective about something that's going on in your life that may be challenging you, upsetting you, you feel confused about. It's just give yourself the love. Does that make sense to you? Where, let me give you a good example of this. So let's just say a really close friend of yours, you know, you really care about this friend, but it's like they're completely self-centered. They always want to talk about themselves, and it's like no matter what's going on for you, what's happening to them is just always more important. But you genuinely really love them as a person. So that creates a bit of a conundrum, right? Where you're like, I really care about this relationship, and there is a sense of satisfaction I do receive from it. However, I'm also left feeling quite, second best or not very important. Or does this person even really care about me as a person? Or is it that I'm just always there for them, listening to them, etc.? So using that as an example, what this would mean is perhaps you should detach a bit from that person and from your emotions surrounding everything and give more love to yourself. If somebody isn't interested in what's going on in your day, you don't need to care about what's going on in theirs, and you don't need to feel sorry, or scared to speak up for yourself and be like, look, this is always all about you, and I'm tired of it. Maybe you're aware of this, maybe you're not, but this is how you constantly project yourself towards me, and it's left me feeling, in this particular way. So I'm just using that as an example, but give love to yourself, Aries, and detach yourself. Don't personalize things this week, and in doing so, you can kind of see things really for what they are. Yeah, look at that. As I'm saying that, stuck flies out. You guys, some of you are very stuck on a person, feeling stuck in a situation, feeling unable to move past some sort of grief. There could be some lack of clarity. And I'm telling you, Aries, if you do not personalize any of it, if you just look at it as an experience, what is this experience trying to tell me? What is this experience trying to teach me? You're going to just see things differently, okay? It's not like there's this magic solution, but you see things differently, and that right there sometimes is all we need. It's like the one little thread that makes everything else unravel. So don't personalize things this week. Take a very detached perspective and give yourself a lot of love, Aries. Don't be hard on yourself this week. So let's pull a card for each day. All right, that right there is a bonus card, so we're gonna look at that in a second. All right. So, Aries, for Monday, we have deception. Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense of everything I just said, right? If somebody is, like, not honest with you, or you feel like they're betraying you or being shady, Aries, do not personalize it. Like, how could they ever do that to me? Like, everything I've done for them, everything I've been. Don't do that, because you will totally destroy yourself. Sometimes, and though it's hard to accept, it's not like about you. It's that person. That's who they are. That's their personality, and it's not a direct attack on you specifically. What they do to you, they would do to anybody, and they have done to others who have been just as amazing to them as you have been. Maybe even more so, has gone further out of their way and they got the same result that you just got from this person. And you can't personalize that or even say, oh, how could I be so stupid, or how did I not see that coming? No, some people, that is just what they are, and they are so skilled at their game that, you know, they can pull the wool over many, many, many different eyes. But once you encounter that type of energy and you truly decipher it and you know its vibe, nobody can do that to you again. Nobody can be that sneaky. You'll always sense that offness about them, and you'll be like, yeah, I'm not gonna open up to you all the way. I'm not gonna expose my vulnerabilities. I already know this energy. So on Monday, do not personalize anybody else's bad behavior. It's like who they are, and you making the difference in your mind that it's not about you, that it's them. That is who they are, and you could not have done anything better, been greater, nothing more. You would have still got the same result because it's who they are. Tuesday looks much better. We got the Muse card. You are feeling more inspired, or Aries, you are inspiring others. Wednesday, we got Pride and Ego. So this right here could be where we have a battle of wills, kind of a struggle with somebody else. You know, it could be in your workplace, it could be a friend, it could be a lover, it could be even your own child, where somebody's just really like trying to throw their weight around on Wednesday, and they may very well be trying to throw it on you, or you're just observing all of this because, you know, again, we have take a detached approach to things, yet give yourself lots of love. And Aries, I'm sorry, I just feel like this week you're kind of dealing with some poopy people that just are, and Spirit is like, don't take it personally. Don't. It's not about you, it's them. Thursday, we have separation. So on Thursday, you may very well decide, because the card that did fly out, my friends, was commitment, okay? So, and that's the bonus I said. So with separation, based on this here, you may be like, look, there are things about you that I just adore. However, you are shady as hell. You are so self-centered and narcissistic almost sometimes. Like, I don't think I could deal with this. I need some time away from you. I need to detach and clear my mind. And because Aries, if this is who, you know, and also with this, it's kind of like somebody who is emotionally up and down, like Katy Perry's song Hot and Cold. That's a perfect depiction of the energy here, where somebody is just constantly one way and then the next way, and even if you're right, they're going to tell you you're wrong just to create the argument. And if you're dealing with that, don't let it hurt you anymore. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing you could do better, really. It's them. Like, they just suck. I'm sorry. Like, just so demanding and entitled and so, you know, this could also be maybe how you're feeling about your job. Anyways, on Thursday, we may decide to disconnect or separate ourselves from a person or situation. Or Aries, if somebody tries to, you know, put that on you and try to separate themselves from you, let them. Be like, okay, fine. And do not take it personally, Aries, because that would really, to me, be divine intervention, especially seeing these energies where you trying to stand up for yourself, if that makes somebody want to, like, disconnect and separate from you because you're not willing to deal with this, that's on them. And again, give yourself some love and don't take it so personally, because, anyways, yep, look at this. Friday, shadow work. So, Aries, listen, I am sorry. This looks like a bit of a challenging week for you. And if you guys know me, if you've been watching me, I'm very, very positive, and I always want to give, you know, good messages to come. But this week, Aries, it's not like doom and gloom, but there's some challenge in your life somewhere. And for some of you, this is a very specific person. Others of you, this could be playing out in your job, you know, in a class you're taking. It's just general reading. And what I see here is this challenging individual or circumstance, situation, is really like growing you somehow, some way, and you've really been personalizing it and internalizing it and thinking yourself less, maybe even through some of the choices or way you've handled things, because you don't know what to do. And the thing is, Aries, you don't need to beat yourself up whatsoever, no, and not take on somebody else's bad behavior towards you as if, what's wrong with me? Not at all. You need to be giving yourself some love. And if anything, when we are dealing with somebody who is like that, it's pushing us to love ourselves more, to have more patience and acceptance for who we are, what we are, and not feel that we are flawed. Because if at our core we don't feel worthy, we feel flawed, we feel unlovable, relationships in our life are going to reflect that right back to us, okay? And in this reading here, Aries, I don't see that, you know, you need to put up with anybody's bad behavior towards you whatsoever. It's on them. It has nothing to do with you. Look at that. And just as I'm saying all of that, we have self-worth that comes out on Saturday, Aries. And then Sunday we have settling. Oh, Spirit is being very stern through this reading, Aries. No, whatever this is for you, if it's like ripping you up, if it is making you feel like you are nothing at all, you are settling, okay? You are settling. You deserve better. I don't care if it's a job. I don't care if it's a friendship. I don't care if it's a relationship. If this is a battle within yourself where one moment you are loving yourself and then the next moment you slip into that, you know, place of shadow, this week, Aries, it's like really coming to a head, and it's being highlighted for you where it's time to separate from the situations or people or your own thoughts and patterns of behavior that chafe away at your self-worth and make you believe that you deserve less than you truly do, make you think you are so much smaller than you are, Aries. And with this right here, no, Spirit's like, look, Aries, sometimes when you've been around a lot of really crappy people, it confuses you and you think that it's you, that something's wrong with you. It's not you, it's them. And instead of worrying about making them happy and fixing relationships and repairing things with them, it's time to look at you and focus on healing you, all the ways they've damaged you and made you feel small. You see what I'm saying? So let's pull some advice here to help you with these energies. And look at this. We have live. It says, esoteric knowledge and the wisdom of life are not obtained through formal education. Cultivate that variety of wisdom through your own experience. Life must be lived and not debated to be meaningful. Aries, it is time for you to be happy, all right? It is time for you to be happy, not oppressed, not feeling small, not settling for anything. Like, there's just this perception, okay, that you hold of yourself, even if you're like, yeah, I know I'm great, this, that, and the other. No, somewhere inside there's that you hide that, you know, you don't let anybody see that. That's the shadow. It's time to let that go and to heal that. It's time to come fully to life and no longer personalize other people's bad behavior, because you know what, sometimes people just aren't capable, Aries. They're not capable of what you are capable of. And that's been a really hard lesson for me to learn personally in life. So let's pull an outcome card for you guys. Oh, look at that. We got the fox. Aries, yeah, there is a fox in your chicken coop, okay? And you know, like I know through this reading that this is not like a news flash to you. You know, but it's hard to disconnect and separate yourself. It's hard to not personalize and feel like you've caused this, or what's wrong with me, or I always end up in relationships like this, or I always end up in jobs like this. It time to break that paradigm of thinking. Shadow work right here, Aries, because it's your turn to live, to feel happy, to feel free, and not settle because you don't know your true worth and value deep within. It's time to separate, from what oppresses you and holds you back, even if that is your very own thoughts, okay, Aries? So those are your messages for the week. It's a little rough. I'm so sorry, but it's leading to good things. And I think you guys have been taking way too much responsibility and accountability for other people's bad behavior. And it's all kind of coming to a head where other people need to start stepping up and taking accountability for their part in things and not, putting it all on you, Aries, okay? So those are your messages. And before I end the video, I just want to give a shout out to my friend's show that I mentioned in my community tab. It's every Tuesday on Blogtalkradio, 5 Central, 8 Eastern. She speaks about a spiritual subject, and then she opens the phone lines to free mini readings. She's a medium, and she is amazing, Aries. She recently gave me a reading, and not many people, not many other readers, mediums, you name it, can impress me. And she really just, wow, is all I can say. Even telling you now is giving me chills. So if you want to see what she does, listen to that show, and call in, and maybe you'll get through for a free reading. Otherwise, I would highly recommend booking a reading with her if you really need some advice. She will not let you down. She's definitely the real deal, and well worth it. So I have left links for all her information in the description box below. Aries, you guys have a fantastic week. Take care.